computer.
Sounds good.
All right, and here we are. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for tuning in to the DJ Greg podcast. Now, ladies, if you're looking for that glow, this is the one to know. This makeup artist's work has been featured in many wedding publications. Plus, she's a lover of horses. Giddy up, everybody. Giddy up. From Amy Rachel, MUA, this is Amy Rastetter. Hey, Amy.
Hi, Greg. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so good. I love that intro. That is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right on. I want to thank you for being a guest, by the way. Thank you so much.
Oh, so happy to be invited. I was watching all of these that you've done so far, and they're fantastic. So thank you for having me.
All right. Well, let's get into it though. How did you get started with the makeup and the whole glow?
Yeah, the whole glow. So my background's a little interesting and it's a little different. I'm not somebody that got started doing this fresh out of high school or college. I was actually a corporate recruiter for 10 years out of college. And I was somebody that always really loved hair and fashion and makeup and just beauty in general and just kind of what it meant to be a woman and to just be fabulous out there in the world. And at about 9.5 years at my old job, things just kind of started to take this turn, and where I almost kind of felt like it was the universe kind of throwing open this door to say, now is the time to make a change. Everything just sort of lined up to be able to do so. And that was back in June of 2016. So I took the leap. I left my old job. I went back to school for makeup and I started my business.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, did you have all your brushes and, different shades of makeup? You had all that lined up?
Oh, heck no.
No. She said, I'm leaving this job. It's over.
I'm out of here. Yeah, I had to take, there are so many great things about working in the corporate world versus private sector. I mean, all of those kinds of things. But this really kind of sucked my soul dry in a lot of ways because it was a very aggressive industry. It was very harsh in so many ways, but it was someplace that you could be really successful if you were good at what you did. And so I had to take a little bit of time, I think, too. It was June, just to kind of soul search too a little bit and take a deep breath and get back to who I was and what was important to me, to then start moving forward. And so, I mean, I enrolled in school pretty quickly after that and got rolling and started building my kit, with everything, all the shade ranges, all the brushes, all the fun, pretty things. And, but it took a little time just to get to the point to realize and say, yes, this is a good next step. This is what I want to do. So.
Awesome. Okay. So you got your business set up and everything, you're rolling. What were some of the mistakes that you made early in the business, and how did you overcome those mistakes?
Yeah, that's such a good question, because I mean, we make mistakes all the time, and it's what you take from them. I think the really biggest thing early was not trusting my gut. And so from that, sometimes you get a gut feeling, just kind of knowing that you might not be maybe the right fit for a couple or the right fit for a bride. And, but knowing that there was somebody else out there that probably would have been a better artist for them and, things like that. And I think it was the drive to just want to bring clients in so hard, so fast, book that calendar, you know what I mean? Get those retainer payments coming in, have all that happening that first year, that I didn't listen and trust my gut so much. So put me in some challenging situations that we worked through, but it was a fast learning curve, very much so, especially those first 6 months.
Wow. Did you have a crew at the time, or was it just you?
Yeah, it's just me. Yep, and it still is just me right now too, actually. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you do on-site makeup, or you have a studio where people come in?
Absolutely. So I'm in Hudson, Wisconsin. I'm kind of sitting in my cute little studio right here. So clients can definitely come to my studio, but then I do travel on site for events, weddings, all that kind of stuff. So.
Okay. All right. So you on the go too. Excellent. What about, of course, this year has been very challenging for tons of businesses. So when COVID came in, everything's at a standstill. What did you binge watch during that time?
Oh my gosh. You know, is it bad to say so much that I can't remember them all?
That's okay. You know, I've been
No,
hearing with the Lion King or whatever king it is. I don't know.
yeah. Well, so two shows that I watched. One was Bosch. These are both on Amazon. That
Okay.
was a really good show. It was a cop show, but they just had put out like a newer season, so there was like a bunch of them to watch, and that was pretty good. I liked Bosch.
Okay.
And then Upload. I watched Upload, and that's on Amazon too, and that was pretty interesting. That's a good one too.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that one also. Now, what about the
Yeah,
COVID snacks though? You know, because we're all sitting down. What about
I know.
COVID snacks?
Yeah, the COVID diet, which I'm still
COVID
trying to get
diet.
over at this point. Oh my gosh, I tried so hard to be good, and I know that everybody did, but I am a sucker for ice cream. We were actually, when you said that prior to us starting this, I'm at a Haagen-Dazs. Legitimately, I would be the chick going to the store with my mask on and all of that to go get more ice cream. I love it. Maybe it's being a Midwest girl living in, Wisconsin, cheese state, dairy, all that kind of stuff. But I am an ice cream girl at heart. So that was really one of my biggest things where it's like I couldn't get enough of it.
Right on, right on.
Yeah.
I echo that. I am a Haagen-Dazs lover.
Oh God.
Strawberry
What flavor?
is the bomb.
Did you say strawberry?
Yes.
Oh God. Yeah, that's so good too.
Yeah.
I know.
Just give me 5 pints of it. I'm good.
It'll get you through a couple months, right?
Oh,
And then you got to go back.
well, for me, 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Got to start investing.
so how has COVID changed the way now you apply makeup? Is that a big change for you?
Oh yeah, there's a lot to follow, especially being that I work both in Wisconsin and in Minnesota. I will say about 80% of my business is in Wisconsin, but the remainder there is work that I do in Minnesota. The states are very different from each other. So in Wisconsin, it's pretty much best practices based on what you feel is best and what your clients feel is best. So for me, it's wearing a mask. I took updated safety and sanitation courses kind of over the break as well, just to make sure that I'm really operating as safely and with as much as sanitary as I possibly can. And so that means, and I've been doing this anyway prior to COVID, but it's having separate brush sets for each person that you're working on. It's really working with hospital grade disinfectants that aren't going to affect the integrity of the makeup or how you put it on, but it's keeping your palettes and all of your makeup really clean in between clients too. So it was just being able to really update that, feel really confident with that, knowing that I can do this and I can do this in a way where my clients can trust me. In Minnesota, it's a little bit different because your client can't wear a face mask. They're requiring that makeup artists wear a face mask as well as a shield in order to apply makeup. So that's just what we've been doing, and it's been working just fine, and everybody's still been feeling really good and having a good time. So, you plug away, man, you do what you have to do, and, things will just kind of keep going in whatever direction they're going to go, and we adapt, and we just keep rolling with it. So.
That's right. Absolutely. You got to keep rolling. Well, have you ever thought about, expanding, bringing somebody else in on or?
Yeah, absolutely. And the cool thing that I'm seeing in at least the events industry for myself, but all of my friends in the events industry too, is that I think that there's nothing but growth opportunity coming in the future, over the course of the next 5 years. I really wanted to kind of start off by keeping my business just me. I managed a team of 15 people for years during my corporate gig. And so it's been nice to just kind of have a break from working with a team and being responsible for a team. But I think in the next couple of years, I definitely would love to be able to expand.
Okay, that's great. I mean, you actually beat me to my next question though. So.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, that's good on the mind reading though. That's good on the mind reading. That's good. That's really good. So yeah, so you got your next 5 years laid out where you will expand and bring a group of people in to expand your brand, and that's very important. Usually when I do go on your Facebook page, I see the classes that you had during the COVID period too. You were doing some classes too. I thought that was a very good idea, and that also helped to expand your brand that way. So, now that we slowly getting back to events and, soon, hopefully, we pray that is full on. What does success, mean to you, and what does your success looks like?
Oh, that's such a good question, because I feel like it changes, you know what I mean? Kind of based on where you're at in your life. And I think for me right now, success for me is measured by happiness, and kind of more personal growth. And I think that you achieve that through finding a lot of peace in what you're doing and what you're bringing into the world every day. And so for me right now, that's how I'm measuring it. I mean, I spent the first few years being really hardcore about stats and about numbers and about finances and about all that kind of stuff, which when you run your own business, you have to be on top of that. You got to know.
Yes.
But I don't know about you, but with COVID for me, it's kind of really helped me take a step back and really step in kind of fully with my heart back into this, and really just being with my clients, being with my brides, and being a part of their lives in one way that's brought a lot of joy to me. And I don't know, it just enriches everything, and everything just kind of flows from there. So success for me right now is just being happy at the end of the day. And that could change in 6 months, but that's where I'm at for right now. So.
Well, that's awesome. You also forgot to include your horses, though. How many horses do you have?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, so I have one right now. And he is awesome. I've had him since he's 3 years old. He's 23 right now.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, he's a rock star. He's one of those where he might be a little bit older, but he still acts and looks like he's probably about 10. So
Lots of energy.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Cantankerous is how I would describe him most days. So.
What kind of horse is he, though?
So he's a paint. So he's a paint gelding. And if anybody tunes into any of my social media, he's on there in my stories, and I'll do a post with him every once in a while because he's extremely photogenic. So.
Okay, a photogenic horse.
Yeah.
Look out, Mr. Ed, right?
Absolutely. Well, and actually, I did planned a style shoot back at the end of May with a group of individuals, and we included the horses as a part of it. So where I keep him and some of my friends' horses too, they were all in on it, and it was really, really cool how it all turned out. So
look at you.
yeah.
Awesome. So now, if people want to get in contact with you, where do they go?
They can go to my website, which is just www.amyrachelmua.com. Rachel, though, is spelled Rachael. It's the old school. It's way my grandma spelt it. Or you can certainly hit up my Instagram, too, and my handle's just at Amy Rachel MUA, and you can message me there.
Awesome. Well, Amy, I want to thank you for coming on. Much appreciated. Continue to glow, everybody.
Oh, Greg, thank you so much. And thank you for being you, man. I will say, when I went to my first networking group meeting, this would have been over a year ago, you were one of the first people to come up and say hello to me. It was this huge group of strangers and welcome me. So I'm just happy to know you. And thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, and absolutely same thing here, man. I hope we get to work together on some events.
That'd be great. Let's do it. I'm down.
I'll come out to Hudson. It's only like 20 minutes away from me.
Well, there you go. Hop the border. We're fun over here. So
yeah. Heard, and I've been there too, so I already know. Yeah. Amy, thanks again, and I will catch you later.
Sounds great, Greg. Thank you so much.
All right, my pleasure.